back today for a 30-minute full body workout that you can do right at home. Actually, I created this workout for one of my clients and I based it on the equipment that she told me she had at her house. But today, what I'm going to use to keep things very simple is one weight. I have one 15-pound weight, and I do have a bench today. Now, I own a bench. If you don't own a bench or some type of step, you can still do the workout. So don't worry about that. But if you have a bench, grab it because it is one of the exercises that we do and you will enjoy that. So a weight or two. Now, we only have 8 exercises in this workout. 3 of them use either one weight or 2 weights. Like I said, I'm going to use one the entire time, but if you have a set of weights, the biggest thing you need to be able to do with those weights is if you're holding them this way, you have to be able to triceps press them. That's the first exercise, part of the first exercise we're gonna do. So if you have 2 weights, you just have to make sure you can do this with them, okay? So otherwise, you need a mat. If you don't have a soft surface, I'm on a rug, so I'm not even gonna use my mat today. A sweat towel, some water, and some supportive shoes, as always. Now, we're gonna do our warm up. Like I said, we have 8 exercises to do. This is a full body workout. We're gonna do the workout twice. We are going to do 12 repetitions of the exercises. Once we do the workout twice, we'll stretch and then we'll be finished. Now, after we go through it one time, if that's enough for you, you can scroll right to the end, do your stretches, and be finished with it, all right? But we're gonna do it twice because for most people, that works out well. Now, the weight that you use all depends on your fitness level and if you can do the exercise with good form through the repetitions that I'm asking you to do. So, like I said, I'm holding a 15, but if you have multiple sets of weights, just have them out. So if we start an exercise and you think this is too heavy or too light, then you can pick up something different to work for you. But the biggest thing with your weight is when you're doing your workout, challenging. The exercise needs to feel challenging to you, but to a point where you can still do all your repetitions with good form. All right, so let's get started with our warm-up. Now, the warm-up today is just a little bit different. It's still a dynamic warm-up, but it's not one that I normally do. So it's gonna be, something different. We're mixing it up, stepping outside the box here. All right, so we're gonna start off with a walkout. So I want your feet about hip width, maybe a little wider apart. We are going to squat down, put your hands on the floor, walk all the way out to a tall plank position where your hands are under your shoulders. Hold it for just a second. Now give me a right knee in, give me a left knee in, and then we're gonna walk it back. We're gonna do one squat here, stand up, and alternate a front lunge. All right, do all that again. Squat, hands on the floor, tall plank, right side mountain climber, left side, walk it back in, do one good squat, stand up, alternate a front lunge. So we're gonna do 3 more like this. Squat down, hands on the floor, walk it out, right side mountain climber, left, walk it in, squat, stand, front lunge, alternate. 2 more. Squat, hands down, walk it out. Right side, left side. Walk it in, squat and stand.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Front lunge.
It looks like an issue with the router and Echo device.
Oh.
So try restarting them.
My Alexa's talking to me.
Then plug the
One more
router
time.
back in.
Squat.
Wait 30 seconds.
Walk it out.
Once the router is back on and
Hold.
connected to the internet,
Right side mountain
plug in the
climber.
Echo device.
Left side. Walk it in. Squat. Stand. One lunge. I have no idea why it does that. Every now and then she just talks to me and goes through that. All right, now we're gonna do alternating reverse lunges with a twist. So hold your arms up like a goalpost, step back, lunge, twist over the leg that's in front, switch sides, twist. So this not only warms up the lower body, but we're getting in obliques here as we twist. And we're gonna do 2 more. Step back, twist, 1 more like that. Step back. Now, when you step back, right here, I want you to reach that same side arm up and over. Switch sides. So if my right leg is lunging back, I'm reaching over towards my right. Lift, up and over. Lift. 2 more. Lunge. Last time here. Lunge and over. All right, now we're gonna reach our arms up, pull down, squeeze the shoulder blades, round to the front, pull back and squeeze. Up, down and squeeze, round, pull back and squeeze. Up, down, squeeze, round, pull back. 1 more, up and down, round and pull back. Okay, hands are fingers on the shoulders, rotate, front, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go backwards. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Goalpost, down and up, 3. Now we're gonna add a chest in here, so in and out, do 2 more. Now let's put those 2 together, so we go down and up, in and out. Down and up, in and out. 2 more, down, up, in, out. Last one, in and out. All right, give me some alternating knee lifts. Up, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rotation through the hip, to the back, and then to the front. So internal, external rotation. 1 more. Switch sides, out and to the front. This is one of the exercises I do before I run. I feel like it just really warms up my hip joint. Around and back. Okay. All right, so there's our dynamic warm-up. Now, 8 exercises to do. The first one has a lot going on in it. So I'm going to take my weight. Now, if you are holding 2 weights, you'll have 1 in each hand. You will do the exercise, 1 in each hand the entire time, okay? So, because I'm using 1 weight, I'm going to hold it this way. So, we are going to squat. Hips back, heels stay down. Curl the weight to the chest, press it overhead, behind, back up, in, and down, and then we start over. So there's a lot going on, but you've got 12 reps to do it, and we're gonna go through it twice, so you'll be a pro by the end. All right, here we go. So sit back in your squat, stand, curl the weight, press it up, behind the head, back up, bring it in, down, start over. Squat, stand, keep your abdominals in, curl, press, behind, up, in, and down. Squat, stand, curl, press, keep your elbows in right here, they point to the front. You don't want to splay them out to the side when you're doing that triceps. Press, behind, up, in, and down. So this is lower body. Here's biceps, shoulders, triceps. So much core. Squat, stand, curl, press, behind, up, in, down. Squat, stand, curl, press, behind, up, in, and down. Squat, pelvis tilted right there. Definitely don't want to arch the back as you're overhead pressing. So squeeze the glutes right there, squeeze the abdominals. 2 to go. Curl. Press behind. I should have turned the air down a little bit. 1 more. Squat. Curl. Press behind, up, in, and down. All right, second exercise is a weight swing. Now actually I had on here a kettlebell swing because she owns a kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell, right here, grab it. If you don't, when you do the workout next time, grab it. But we're gonna hold the weight this way. I don't know if you can see, I think you can see my hands like that. So I'm gonna turn to the side here because when we swing the weight, it is a hip hinge. So by that, I mean we're not gonna squat and swing it up. We are going to hip hinge where our hips go back and our back stays flat. And we're gonna use our hips as part of the propulsion to get the weight up. So never should you just be lifting the weight up in front of you. You're just holding it, the momentum of what you're doing, and your hip hinge is what is going to swing the weight up. So it's just resting in my hands. I'm never lifting it. All right, so we're gonna do 16 of these. Keep your abdominals pulled in here, and we're only going to chest height on this swing. All right, here we go. So between your legs, hip hinge up. So it does come through my legs just a little. Keep those abdominals tight. Hinge, push the hips forward at the top. Exhale, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so if you do that exercise and you feel it in your lower back, put the weight down, do it without weight. You just use your hands, get the motion right, make sure you have the hip hinge. All right, next one is the bench. So if you don't have a bench, you're gonna pretend like you do, and you're gonna step forward like you're stepping on it, do the exercise just like as if you had it. Now, I'm gonna hold my weight here at my chest. If you have 2, you could hold them by your side, but we're gonna step, do a knee lift, step down, lunge back, okay? Here we go. Step, knee, down, and lunge. Step, knee lift, down, lunge. We're gonna do both sides each time here. So 12 on the right, stepping, 12 on the left, stepping. Step, knee. This is reminiscent of step aerobics, which is still out there. That's good stuff. Lunge back, keep your abdominals pulled in here. Step all the way onto the bench. Don't hang your foot off the edge. And we're pausing for just a second on the knee lift right there for balance. 2 more. Last time on this leg, up, down, and lunge. All right, switching sides. So I'm stepping with my left, knee lift on the right. Here we go. So like I said, if you don't have your bench, just take a step forward. Still do the knee lift, still do the lunge. Step, knee, down, lunge. 6, down, and lunge. 7, up, down, lunge. 8, and lunge. 9, up, 10, up, down, 11, 1 more, step, knee, down, and lunge. All right, you don't even have to use weight on that if you don't want to. All right, now, little cardio here on our bench. 1 foot's on, 1 foot is off. I'm gonna squat down, push through the leg that's on the bench, up, and just do a tiny little hop. Now, if you don't want to hop, just push through that leg and make sure this leg, this foot, barely tapping the floor you're mainly putting all the weight on the leg that's on the bench. So if you don't have a bench and you're doing it on the floor, again, pretend like you have a bench. You're gonna squat down, lean over onto that side a little, pop off of it so it looks like that. So I'm still kind of sideways, I'm pushing off one foot. All right, we're gonna do 12 on each side. Here we go, little squat, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 more, last one. All right, now we gotta do the other leg. So normally I would just go to the other side of the bench, but you wouldn't be able to see me, so I'm gonna turn around. You gotta look at my backside. All right, here we go. Squat, off, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. All right, now, moving on. Triceps push up to a down dog. So, when we do a triceps push-up, our elbows graze the sides of our body. A regular push-up, we might have our arms a little wider. They may look a little more like that. Triceps, hands are directly under shoulders. As you lower, your elbows stay right next to your body. So, we're gonna go from a push-up straight into a down dog. So, if I'm doing them modified, I'm in a modified position, elbows stay close to my side, one push-up, toes down, push up into down dog. So we alternate between the two. If you're doing a regular push-up, you'll do it and then down dog. And if you have a bench, you can put your hands on it and use the bench. It makes it a little easier because your upper body is raised. So I'm gonna do 6 regular push-ups to a down dog, 6 modified push-ups, okay? All right, so here we go. Push up into down dog. Push up, elbows stay in, back to down dog. Push up, down, up, and back. Number 4, down, up, and back. Number 5, down, up, one more. I'm gonna do one more like this, up. Now I'm gonna modify to my knees. Down, up, and push back. Down, up, and push back. That's 8. Down, up, and back. 3 more. Elbows stay in, check your form. If your form is bad, you can either change your push-up position or just rest out a rep or 2. Last one, down, up, and back. Okay. All right, now we are at side plank hip lifts. These last 3 are on the floor, actually last 4 on the floor. So, side plank hip lift. We're gonna lie on our side. Now I know the bench is in the way a little bit, but I think you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So for your legs, this is a level 1 position where they are stacked and bent. Level 2, harder, top leg is straight. Level 3, both legs are straight, top leg is in front. Level 4, legs are stacked, straight out. No matter what lower body position you choose, elbow is directly under your shoulder here. Top arm we're gonna lift, and I'm gonna do a level 3. So we're gonna lift our hips up and then tap the mat. So when you do this, a common mistake is when people lift up, they turn to the front like that, and their hips end up doing a little twist. You don't wanna do that. Think of a string attached to your hips, pulling it straight up to the ceiling. So you're going down and up, tap and up. All right, so go ahead and lift your hips. Here we go. Tap, lift, 2, lift, 3, and just look down your body. You can see if your hips are twisting to the front. 6, 7, 8, we'll do 12 on each side, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, flip around, other way. So your legs are in the same position, elbow directly under your shoulder. Top arm is raised. All right, go ahead and lift the hips up. Here we go. Tap, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, last one, and up. All right, all the way down. Okay, now we have a Russian twist. So for a Russian twist, sweating a little bit, you can take a weight or not for this. That's completely up to you. But regardless of that, you will either have your heels down, which makes the exercise easier, or you'll have your heels lifted, and most people kind of cross their legs like this. But you can see I'm in a balanced position here on my glutes. So this is a twisting motion like this. So if you have lower back issues, you may want to take this exercise out. I have some people who this bothers them. If you have a weight, you don't need anything very heavy for this if you're holding a weight. A light one works fine if your form is good. So from the side, you want to make sure, let me turn this way instead. You want to make sure that you're not like this and your back is all rounded, okay? I start my class sitting up straight. We lean back just a little bit so our back is still flat, and we go side to side just like that. So I'm not even going to use a weight this time. All right, I'm going to keep my heels down, sit up nice and tall, lean back just a little. I just put my hands together here, side, side, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, we're going to 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, last exercise is a panther. So we're gonna flip right over onto hands and knees. Hands are under shoulders, knees are directly under your hips. And I want you to look and make sure that your knees aren't this way. That is not the right angle, and this is not the right angle. It's directly under your hips, 90 degrees. So I can see myself in the phone right here. I know I'm set up correctly. Check yourself in a mirror if you're unsure. Okay, toes are on the floor. All we're doing is lifting our knees off the floor about an inch. Here we go, lift them up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. All right, perfect. So we went through that the first time there. We're getting ready to do it again. All right, here we go. All right, squat, curl, press, triceps. Let's do it. Squat, curl, press, abdominals are in right there, and down. Squat, curl, press, elbows stay in, and down. Heels down on the squat. There's a lot to think about. So if you are brand new to working out, you may want to use some of my beginner videos first that go over the basic exercises, since this is a lot of combination here. But I do tend to do things like this, especially in my classes. And I do it with my clients because it's very efficient. But you do have to know how to do each movement right to start with. Behind, up, in. This is number 8. Squat, stand, curl, press, behind, up, in, and down. 9. Curl, press, behind, up, in, down. 10. Curl, press, behind, up, in. 2 more. Curl, press, behind, up. Last time. stand, curl, press, behind, up, in, and down. All right, so here is our weight swing or our kettlebell swing. Remember, hip hinge, not a squat. Abdominals are pulled in. Keep your back flat. Momentum is through the hips and the core. All right, here we go. Swing it up to shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing 16 of these. 8. Keep your abdominals tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. All right, bench step, knee lift to a reverse lunge. All righty. Right foot is stepping, left knee is lifting. Here we go. Up, down, lunge. 2, and lunge. 3, step. And the higher your step, the more work it's going to be for your legs and the back side of your body. So keep that in mind. If you're at a gym, there's all different sizes usually of boxes there that you can step up on. Number 9, knee, down, lunge. 10, knee, and lunge. 11, and lunge. Last one, 12, down, and lunge. All right, switch sides. Step left, right knee lift, down, lunge. Step, knee, down. This is a good one to do when I teach my class at the stadium. Actually, there's a lot of places around to land, or really any kind of step where you are, a low wall, the edge of a fountain. I do that at Stetson sometimes. 9, down and lunge. 10, 2 more. Step, knee. Last time. Step, knee, down, and lunge. Okay. Bench hops. Weight is down. So I'm going to do this on the floor this time so you can see how that looks. For those of you that are still with me, if you only went through it once, you won't see this part, but I'm still going to do it. All right. So I'm going to put most of my weight on my left leg. All right, so we'll do 12. So squat, push off the left. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm barely touching down on that right side. All the work for the most part is in the left leg. 10, 11, and 12. All right. Other side. So all the weight's going to be on my right. So squat first, push off the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Now we are on to triceps push-up to a down dog. So hands can be lifted. Remember, that's always easier. I think I'll do that this time. I'm gonna put my hands on the bench and I'm gonna do them this way. So I will do 6 regular push-ups, 6 with my knees on the floor. All right, hands directly under shoulders. If you're doing full push-ups, step back into plank. Push up first, elbows stay in, push back into down dog. Down, up, push back. If you're in the gym, you can put your hands on one of the benches. Down, up, push back. Down, up, and back. This is 6, up. Now I'm going to put my knees down for modify. Down, up, push back. Down, up, and We've got 4 more. Elbows stay in on these push-ups. And back. 3. And back. 2 more. Down, up, push back. Last one. Down, up, and push back. Okay. Now we're going to stay on the floor. So we have side plank hip lifts. Woo. I am a sweater, that's for sure. Okay. So on the floor, elbow directly under your shoulder. Remember your positions. 1, 2, 3, 4 for lower body. So if what you did last time was easy, make it harder. And the opposite, if it was too hard, make it easier. Lift your top arm, lift your hips, tap straight up to the ceiling. Tap, lift, tap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 more, 10, 11, and 12. Flip yourself around. Every time I think of that, I think of that's what it's all about. All right, elbow under shoulder. Get your lower body ready. Look at this angle here. Make sure it is straight. Top arm is lifted. Lift the hips. Here we go. Tap and up. 2. Make sure those hips don't twist around to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Seated Russian twist. Alrighty. Come over here. I think I may do this with the weight this time, just so you can see what that looks like. Alrighty, so I'm going to keep my heels down. I'm going to lean back just a little bit with my back flat, grab my weight. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, last exercise, panther hold. We have made it to the end, and then we are going to stretch. Okay, hands under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Check your position here. Now this time we're going to hold it for 16 seconds on my count. Toes down, lift your knees up about 1 inch. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, we did it. The workout is over. Woo! All right, so now we are going to do our stretches and you'll be out of here. So we are right now at 34 minutes. The first time we went through, it took longer because I had to explain, but the actual exercise, if you go through them, it took us really about 10 minutes to go through the whole thing, okay? So if you do your warm up, you go through it twice, 10 minutes each time, that's 20 minutes, 5 minutes for warm up, 5 minutes for cool down. It ends up being a 30-minute workout. And you can see I'm sweating, so if you are moving quickly between them, not taking breaks unless you need to, if you don't take breaks, it becomes more a cardio workout as well as a strength workout. All right, stretching, let's stand up. All right, so let's stretch out our quads. Grab the foot, hold it in, opposite arm reaching for balance here. But don't leave out the warm up and the cool down. Okay. Heel to the floor in the front. Push your hips back. Keep your back flat, and we're going to hinge at our hips. This stretches out your hamstring, which is behind the knee to the hip on the back of the leg. All right, same side. Cross the foot squat down. Now I could do this seated. If you have a chair or a bench next to you, you could sit down, do this one that way. You could also lie on the floor on your back and do it like that. Okay, quads on the other leg. I tend to go through my stretches kind of the same. Ultimately, you are stretching the muscles that you worked. The wursels. That's like a Dr. Seuss word. Okay, heel to the floor, hips back, back is flat. So if you're doing an upper body workout, when you finish, don't stretch your legs, stretch your upper body. Unless your legs need it, of course. All right, cross the foot over. We'll squat down here. You can give your knee a little push down if you want for it to open the hip up a little bit. And I'm kind of going through these stretches quickly, but remember, stretching at the end is what helps with your flexibility. Your muscles are already warm. You're putting them through as big of a range of motion as they will go through. All right, grab your hands behind, open your chest out, pull the hands down and the shoulders together. So doing these type of static stretches at the end is what improves your flexibility. So if you want to go through each stretch multiple times, do that, especially if you tend to be really tight. Okay, arm comes in front, across the body, pull it in nice and tight here. This is a shoulder stretch, keep it kind of low. Just pull it in there. And switch sides, across and in. My shoulders are a little sore today, so I definitely can feel that stretch. Okay, let's do triceps. So arm is up and down. Press the elbow down and back. So your hand is just kind of going down your back. Switch sides. Keep your pelvis tucked under here. Don't arch your back. All right, release that. Hands on your knees. We're going to arch our back up. Pull the hips underneath. This is modified cat and cow. Release down, head comes up. Again, arch the back up, pull the hips under, hold that. Release down. Roll yourself all the way to the top. Roll your shoulders back. And you did it! Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Make it work for you. Get the weights that are right. Do the number of repetitions that work for you. Go through it as many times that works for you, okay? So, thanks again. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all next time.